Yes, good morning, class. This is your science class. So today we are going to learn chapter 10, our environment. So all the students, please open your book, page number 114, chapter 10, our environment. So student, the first question is, what is environment? Environment. The thing which we are having in our surrounding. It can be a tree, it can be air, it can be water, it can be soil, it can be your room in your furniture, your book, your pen, your pencil, your friend, the anything or the everything in your surrounding makes your environment. That's the definition of environment. What is environment? Everything that surrounds us and affect our lives. So each and everything in our surrounding makes our environment, and that things in our surrounding will affect us, will affect our lives, that make the environment. Think about a situation: you are in a garden, there are so many flowers, a very nice fragrance is there, you feel amazing. That is just because of the environmental condition. And think about the second situation, that you are passing by a street and there is a heap of garbage, there is a huge garbage, and there is a very bad smell coming out of that garbage, and you will feel disgusting. So these are the two situations. How you get these type of feeling? That is just because of the environmental condition. In first condition, there is a nice fragrance coming out from the flowers in the garden. In the second situation, a very foul smell that is coming from that garbage. So our environment, our surroundings, things in our surrounding definitely will affect our lives. So we should keep our surroundings, keep our environment neat and clean. Whether it is we are talking about air, or we are talking about water, or surfaces, or the place where we are living, each and everything must be neat and clean. Yes, Preeta ma'am. Preeta ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, student. Yes. So our surrounding will make our environment. Page number 115. Let's start reading. Everything that surrounds us, affect our lives, is called environment. Is called environment. Everything in our surrounding and affect our lives is called environment. It consists of living biotic component like plant, and non-living abiotic component like air, water, sunlight. Air, water, sunlight. So living component of the environment are known as biotic component. Non-living component are known as abiotic component. So two type of component are there in our environment: biotic component and abiotic component. All the living things like plants and animals makes biotic component, and all the non-living thing like air, water, sunlight, soil, etc., that makes abiotic component. All the interacting organism in an area together with the non-living constituents of the environment form an ecosystem. What is the ecosystem? Ecosystem means interaction of the living component with the non-living component. Interaction of biotic component with abiotic component form ecosystem. They combine together and they form ecosystem. The earth has various ecosystem like pond, sea, desert, grassland, and forest. So as many of the student have visited pond, river, lake many a time, there is a ecosystem. There are some tree, there are some animals which are found inside pond that make a ecosystem. Near the sea, there is a ecosystem. In desert, there is a ecosystem. In grassland, there is a ecosystem. In forest, there is a ecosystem. So living component and non-living component of the environment, they combined and form ecosystem. They interact with each other and form ecosystem. An ecosystem can be natural or man-made. What do you mean by natural? The ecosystem which is made by nature. Forests are made by nature. Rivers, sea, mountains, desert, all these things are made by nature. Animal, plant, they are made by nature. Air, water, soil made by nature, and they form an ecosystem known as natural ecosystem. Some of the things are made by human. These things are known as artificial or man-made. So the ecosystem made by human beings or by some artificial method known as man-made or artificial ecosystem. Various functions or purposes that occur in the ecosystem, such as flow of energy and nutrition cycle, maintain it in a stable state. Any change in the environment, which is mostly caused by human activity, disturb the various cycle or function of an ecosystem. So we human being disturb the cycle of nature. There is a water cycle. So we have disturbed that water cycle, and the effect of that disturbance is the rain in many area gets affected. Winter and summer, duration of winter and summer gets affected. Ice on the mountains are melting day by day. That is just because of the disturbance of human activity. So any change in the environments, which is mostly caused by human activity, disturb the various cycle or function of an ecosystem. So you can see in the picture, grassland ecosystem, marine ecosystem. Marine means sea water. Inside the sea water, there is a huge life. There are so many plant, so many aquatic plant and aquatic animals living inside the sea. They form marine ecosystem. Do you know ecology is the branch of biology that deal with the relation of organism to one another and to their environment. Ecology is a branch of science, or you can say branch of biology, which deals with the relation of organism to one another and to their environment. So let us do, you can fill that table, biotic component and abiotic component. In biotic component, you can write name of all the living things in your surrounding. In abiotic component, you can write the name of the non-living thing in your surrounding. So biotic component are like plant, animal, birds, human, different trees. These are some biotic component. Abiotic component: air, water, soil, sunlight, soil, mountains, stone, wood, that all are abiotic component. Human human beings have been constantly modifying the environment to meet their needs. Let us study some of the major environmental problems which are caused by human activity. There are so many problems which we have created in the recent time in environment. They are just because of our activities. We want several things, and to get that several things, we pollute our environment, we pollute our air, we pollute soil, water, so many things. So there are major environmental problems which are caused by human activity. So let's read one by one. The first is waste disposal. Waste disposal. Waste disposal. Do you know pollution is one of the biggest global killer affecting over 100 million people. 1 million is equal to 10 lakh. So 10 lakh multiplied by 100. This is the total amount of the affecting persons. Pollution is one of the biggest global killers affecting over 100 million people. So waste disposal, what is waste disposal? Disposal of the waste is major environmental concern today. There is a big environmental concern. It is a very big environmental issue. How we should dispose our waste. We should not throw garbage here and there. We should dispose that garbage in a proper manner. We should put all the waste in dustbin, and that dustbin must be empty in a proper area. Disposal of waste is a major environmental concern today due to the increase in population and industrial development. Generation of domestic as well as industrial waste has increased. So as industries are increasing day by day, population is increasing day by day. So huge waste, a large amount of waste is generated from our houses and from the industries. Proper management of the waste is essential to prevent land pollution. So to prevent land pollution, there must be a proper management of waste. So method of waste disposal. The various methods of waste disposal are as follows. The first method is landfill. Landfill. A landfill is a site for disposal of waste material by burial and is the oldest form of waste treatment. Burial means to make a pit and buried that waste inside that pit. This is the oldest form of waste treatment. There can be different type of landfill depending on the type of waste. So this is the first method of waste disposal, and that is landfill. There is a huge crater, there is a huge pit, some low-lying area near the city, and we dispose the waste of that city or waste of that village inside that pit. This method is landfill method. Landfill is a site for disposal of waste material by burial. Burial, the act of putting into the ground, and is the oldest form of waste treatment. There can be different type of landfill depending on the type of waste. Landfill area, the truck dumping waste in the landfill area. You have seen many times near your city that there are some dump truck. They carry the waste of the city and dump that waste in an open area. That method is landfill. There are some harmful effect of the landfill on the environment. It pollutes the local environment. It contaminates groundwater and soil. Methane gas generated by decaying organic waste in the landfill causes a bad smell and contribute to greenhouse effect. So methane gas is generated. Methane gas is a gas, poisonous gas that is generated by the waste in the landfill, causes a bad smell and contribute greenhouse effect. Means it increases the overall temperature of that surrounding area. There is an increase in temperature due to methane gas. This is known as greenhouse effect. The second is incineration. Incineration. Incineration is the method in which we burn the organic waste. What is the organic waste? The waste generated by living beings. It can be from plant, it can be from animal waste. That waste is known as organic waste. So incineration is a waste treatment process that involves burning organic waste in a special furnace. You can see the diagram, incineration furnace. There is a furnace. Furnace is like a bhatti. Inside that furnace, we burn the organic waste. There is a waste food that is going inside that furnace. The fuel gas is out. Burner oil is going inside that furnace. We burn that organic waste. So incineration is the waste treatment process that involve burning organic waste in special furnace. So the organic waste are biodegradable waste. There are two types of waste. In previous classes, in class 4th, you have learned about biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. What are the biodegradable waste? Those waste which can be decomposed in soil and mix with the soil. That waste are biodegradable waste. There are some waste which cannot be decomposed, like plastic, like rubber, like glass, metals. They cannot decompose. They are non-biodegradable. And waste like peel of fruit, vegetables, animal waste, waste generated by plants, they can be decomposed into the soil. And they are known as biodegradable waste. So organic waste are biodegradable waste. They can be decomposed. Incineration of the waste material convert waste into as fuel gas and heat. So by burning the organic waste, we get fuel gas, we get as. That as can be used in our field. Lots of heat is generated. With the help of that heat, we can do so many day-to-day work. The as produced is an air pollutant itself. So in incineration, the as produces is also a environmental concern. The third method is biogas plant. Look at the diagram carefully. Biogas plant. Inlet means waste is going from one side. Dung slurry. Then gas holder. After some time, with the help of that waste, some gas is generated, and that gas is collected with the help of a pipe, and we use that gas inside our home, in our kitchen. There is some another passage outlet. We take manure made inside the gas chamber, biogas plant, and spent salary. So what is a biogas plant? Biogas plant play an important role in management of domestic and biodegradable waste. Domestic waste, like the waste generated from our domestic animal like cow, goat, buffalo, they generate some waste, cow dung, buffalo's dung. That we put that waste inside the biogas plant, and with the help of that waste, a gas is generated. That gas is known as biogas, and this biogas is used as a fuel. So the biogas plant play an important role in the management of domestic and biodegradable waste. In this plant, biogas is produced from kitchen waste like fruit and vegetable peels, sewage, and other waste like animal dung. Sewage is the waste matter carried by sewers. Inside the sewers, we put so many waste. That waste is known as sewage. Biogas consists of methane. Again, a gas is generated near about 70 to 75%, carbon dioxide 10 to 15%, and the water vapor 5 to 10%. Spent salary obtained in a plant is an excellent manure, desi khat. So we use that manure as a fertilizer in our field, which improve the fertility of the soil. Soil fertility will improve. Biogas is used for domestic cooking and lighting. For cooking purpose, for lighting purpose, we use that biogas. So biogas consists of methane 70 to 75%, carbon dioxide 10 to 15%, water vapor 5 to 10%. And the spent slurry is an excellent manure which improves the fertility of the soil. Biogas is used for cooking, domestic cooking and lighting. We can use that. The next method is composting. Compost is also known as desi khat. It is also known as manure. It is a natural process of decomposing organic waste derived from plant and animal by microorganisms like bacteria or fungi. There are so many microorganisms which are found inside soil. They are very helpful for farmers. They convert the waste into useful component, and that useful component is known as compost. It yield compost which is rich in a nutrient. That compost is having so many nutrients which are beneficial for plants. It is used in gardens, in horticulture, and in agriculture as an organic fertilizer. So that compost is known act as a used as a organic fertilizers. It is cheap, safe, and keep the environment clean. It is very much cheap. It is safe and keep environment clean. Keep our environment clean. So student, I'm going to revise which we have discussed today. After that, I will take your queries. If any